Alright, kid.
What's up, lad? What's with the two glasses?
Good question. So, I haven't any sort of a glass that would emulate word of the day, the glass you have, that we're been told to put the... See, this is what's happening, Culzy. The more followers we get, the more bastards out there who all have an opinion, and I can't do anything right lately, but it won't stop me. But someone did say from a bottle you should pour it into a smaller glass like Culzy's, but now I have this smaller glass, but it's the same sort of tulip style. So I said I'd leave it to you. What do you think I should use?
Do you know what? I'm not sure the glass makes a difference, but I think when you're pouring it in, someone described it as poured aggressively. So I think rather than, tapping it in,
So
kind of give it a little more air into it.
Lurry it in. So
Lurry
go
it
with
in.
the normal glass. Right, lurry it in.
Go with the normal glass and lurry it in, and sure we'll see.
Okay, tell the fine people what we're doing, Culzy.
Yeah, okay. So a few people have said milk stouts. I have to admit, I'd never heard of a milk stout before in my life until we started doing this, and people were saying, I think actually you did a milk stout in one of the craft beer reviews or whatever.
I can't remember the name of it, but it was absolutely putrid.
Yeah, and someone told me, Terry, one of the lads, texted me, said I try milk. I like the Guinness milk stouts every now and then. So, I don't know. Why not try it?
See, every now and then that scares me, because if it's not something that a lad would drink regularly, it's gonna be strong. It's gonna be probably rotten. But,
yeah. It is made by Guinness, so we'll just make that clear. It is Guinness. Our milk stout is a full-bodied and creamy with aromas of roasted malt, milk chocolate and coffee. Whenever I hear that, I'm nearly put off straight away. Milk chocolate and coffee.
So milk chocolate and coffee, as opposed to the standard. Some of the stouts we've been having have been, the craft stouts have been chocolate and coffee. Now this is milk chocolate and coffee. So where does the whole milk thing come into it then?
No idea. It says at the end there something like sweetness from milk sugar. I don't know what the fuck milk sugar is, but
and I'm gonna try and completely just forget everything and just taste what I taste. But we're going aggressive pour.
Aggressive pour into the side of the glass. Oh Jesus, this is
Go on, you bitch.
My aggressive pour is going fairly fizzy. You're still not getting any.
No, look at that! Look at that!
Ah, you're getting a bit, yeah. Fair play.
Jesus,
good stuff.
Serious aggression.
Now the head is very kind of brown.
Oh my god! Fucking hacky yours, Culzy.
Well, the thing is with these stouts, there's been no head in them at all, so we're trying to put some on. So at least there's a head coming on this, and
that's
there is
one
a bit
thing
of
I'll
fizz in
say.
it, so.
That's the first fucking bottle I've had that's had a head.
Yeah. So maybe for this one, for anyone pouring this one, maybe the pour doesn't have to be as aggressive.
We'll call it a semi-aggressive pour.
Yeah, semi-aggressive, right. Jeez, my head's not going away. Normally it'll settle down. I'll give it a few seconds. You can go taste away there if you want.
Okay. Any predictions here?
No, I'm not going to make that. I'd say this probably is slightly nicer than the little one. So that's the only prediction I'm going to make.
Yeah, it smells like a less kind of strong version of those other ones. You don't really get that blasting, overwhelming sense of coffee and chocolate, unless that's the milk kind of calming it down a bit. Hopefully it is. Be good. Guinness, I love yous. I love yous, and I don't mean to slate yous, but some of the shite you make is terrible. And just be good.
I should have been watching your reaction. I presume it's similar to mine.
That's shy.
I think that's rotten. It's that coffee and fucking milk shite.
It literally just tastes like dirt, like so earthy, like, but not in a good way. Just like there's actual muck in it, like.
Yeah, and do you know what we talk about with a pint of Guinness? When a bad pint, I know I say this an awful lot. When a bad pint of Guinness, you get that aftertaste and it kind of stays in around here or whatever. That's what I get all through drinking that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I get you.
That kind of like twang.
It's not as like powerfully overwhelming as the other standard kind of craft stouts with the chocolate and coffee in them.
No.
But still it's like a slightly blander version, but that doesn't make it any better. Like it's just...
You know what? It's actually getting a bit better as I think I drink it, I have to say.
Kind of agree with you.
I'm not quite sure I like it yet, but again, maybe our palates aren't quite where they should be.
Well, they don't need to be anywhere, but I suppose it's just a case of in another 200 videos time, like we'll have a much better sense of everything that we're doing. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's actually, I won't say growing on me, but
it's growing on you.
It has grown a little bit. I wouldn't say I
maybe it was the big dirty fizzy head in it that was actually wrong.
Maybe so, yeah. Maybe so.
Good burp off the bubbles.
That taste is kind of gone that I was talking about.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that, like, it's not that violent, powerful plop as John B. Kane would say.
But lad, come here, I've been planning something here, a secret weapon. And you mightn't like this now, but
what are you doing, you fucking rat?
All this crack of people saying about, you know, put a Guinness head on something. You did it with your black and tan or whatever. I'm thinking, how about
fucking hell?
Put a Guinness head on
Culzy going for the limelight now. Hope it turns out shite.
Oh shit!
Oh, spill!
That was a disaster. What was that?
You absolute moron! Fucking delighted for you sneaky bastard.
Okay, this is really weird. I don't know if you can see this properly, but like some of it, because you know the way Guinness settles up and CO2 settles down, it's like the nitrogen and the CO2 are kind of...
the person who told you that was having you on. But see, Culzy, you fucking just launched it in there right on top. Would you not have tried to do it down the side?
Right, fair point.
Well, listen, I don't know, but
me and my secret weapon has backfired massively. Okay.
Delight for you.
Hold on a second. What am I going to do?
See, this is what one of the comments the other day was like, kind of slagging me a bit, saying you need to do a dry run before these things. It's like, but sure, if we did a dry run, you wouldn't get that on the camera. Like, exactly. What the fuck are you on about? Like,
yeah,
it's literally. And I know for a fact these other like channels and stuff who are doing tastes and stuff, and they already know what it's like. Whereas we just buy the fucking thing, we crack it open and we just see what happens. That's why these reviews, there's not much of an ounce of professionalism off these reviews. It's not supposed to be. It's average Joe's just fucking tasting shite. How's that working out, Culzy?
Oh lad, it's horrific.
Absolutely delighted for you.
It's absolutely horrific. I was sure that would be like a key.
You thought that was going to be your viral moment.
I thought that might kind of cut the... Because any time we've had these stouts, the taste has been real kind of fizzy and kind of bitter. And I thought adding the Guinness head might cut that out. I'm going to try again. I haven't given up yet. A little bit more milk stout.
Put it, if anyone doesn't know, I'm not going to get into how me and Culzy record these, but basically we do a FaceTime on the phone and we record it on our cameras. But Culzy, show me on the phone, put it right towards the phone there. Looks alright now.
Yeah, quite a big head in it though.
Yeah.
I can't get the head down, I want to reduce that.
So has it in, this is a bit of a roller coaster for you. We were here and then we were slightly going up and then we dropped. Where are we now? Are we rising again or what are we doing?
Well, I added a bit more now. I think it's looking a little bit more like what I originally intended it to look like.
That does not look bad, to be fair.
Yeah, that looks good now. Got a bit of a Guinness head on it. It's a mixture of Guinness and the milk stout in the bottom.
So take your time and I want you to give me a score pre pre-Guinness and post-Guinness top up.
Pre-Guinness book. Okay, so this is post. Right, I'm gonna take my time over this one.
Do you remember your pre-Guinness score?
I still have the bottle here. I guess I could swig out of that for the pre-Guinness. I'll remember the pre-Guinness score. Yeah. Okay, post-Guinness.
Too much brain work for you.
I tell you what, that's kind of growing on me again.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if my palate just getting educated as we go along.
I can trust you.
No, sorry. Don't get me wrong. It's not good, but for some reason, the first taste of that milk stout, the first taste of the mixture was horrific.
Yeah.
But that's not as bad.
To be fair, good. It's quite. It's definitely burpy, alright, but that's just normal. I would say it is kind of growing on me, and I'm not just saying that because you said it. Because sometimes when we did the video with the little stout, we gave it a score, and then we turned off the cameras, and we were obviously still talking on the phone, and the two of us agreed that we weren't going to finish it.
Exactly.
But the thought of finishing this, I'm not too against it. Do you know what I mean? In my mind, I'm just like, I'll finish it alright. So it can't be that bad. Whereas when they're very bad, you're like, I am not even finishing that. So it is improving for me. How about I'll give you give your.
I'm gonna compare the two here now. I'm drinking out the bottle. I don't know if that's criminal or what, but
give your milk stout only score. I'll give my milk stout only score because that's all I have. Because you're a fucking snake, and then you give your milk stout plus Guinness. Out of the bottle, animal. You're an animal.
Yeah, that's just not as bad as it was originally. It's still not great. I'll be honest with you. It's still not great. So for me,
I think we put little. What did you give it, a 1.4? Yeah. And you gave O'Hara's, I believe, was it a 6-ish?
I think it was a 6-ish. Yeah.
So what are we talking?
I think I'd give this around a 5.5, middle of the road, without Guinness Head.
Yeah.
Which is burping a lot.
I'll give my score before you give the ultimate score. You gave it a 5.5. I'd go a little bit lower, probably a 5 point. I'll give it a 5.3. It is growing. Initially I was thinking this is a 2 out of 10, but then you keep swigging. I'll give it a 5.3. It's not awful. I don't see why it would be your first choice of a drink when you're going to the shop and you've got all these options, but this is how the world goes around, Culzy, because everyone's different. So you give us the ultimate snake score here now. Guinness Milk Stout topped up with Guinness Draft from a can. Yeah,
I thought that'd be better. It's not. It tastes like
fucking disappointing.
It tastes like very bad Guinness. I'll give it a 3.5.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
So your plan was an absolute success, would you say?
My masterstroke was a disaster. But I think that's a fair point to make. Like, okay, it's growing on me, it's okay, middle of the road, but why would you go for that when you can just get a can of Guinness? Like, you know, I just don't see how you would really acquire such a taste for that, because Guinness is just so much smoother and creamier, you know. So
smoother.
Smoother.
You're fucking pissed now, like. Yeah, but I suppose like you can say that about anything. Like there could be certain foods that you just think are absolutely gross, and then the next man could think they're nice. So yeah, I suppose everyone's palate. That's what I've been learning lately. Like people are built with completely different taste buds, and I suppose that's why it's good, and plenty different fucking mad drinks like that can surface and do well. So alright, so we're saying we'll forget your ridiculous score for your.
Don't even worry about that.
We'll just say Guinness Milk Stout. You said 5.5. I said 5 point. Did I say 3? So yeah, around mid 5s for the Guinness Milk Stout. Again, go out and give it a shot. It's not the worst, and it does grow on you. Not the type of thing I could see myself drinking 3 or 4. You'd just be bollocks. Like you'd be flat out asleep on the couch after 2 of them. But
it's worth trying, I'd say. It's worth trying one, seeing what you think about it, but I would not. It's not something I'd be saying, "Oh, you have to try this."
Yeah,
definitely not.
Boom, that'll do, Culzy. We'll talk to you soon, lads.
All right, lad.
Good
Take
luck.
it easy.